We are now looking at 7.9b, just doing some more examples with negative exponents, and if you look down at the bottom right of the computer, you will see the time of day that I am recording this video. This is either sad or just a testament to how much I really, well, we'll leave it there. Number 1, 2 to the negative 4 is the same as 1 over 2 to the 4th. And that's the same as 1/16. 2 is about order of operations. 12 times 4 to the negative 3rd power. The 4 is the base, the 12 is not, so that is 12 times 1 over 4 to the 3rd power. Another way to say that is just 12 over 4 to the 3rd power, which is 12 over 64, which we can divide both of those by 4 and reduce it down to 3/16. Number 3, we got to be a little careful. Remember that this is really negative 7 times a times y cubed times 5 times a to the negative 1 times y to the negative 2. So we're going to start with the negative 7 times 5, which is negative 35, and then group up the variables a, y cubed, over, then we have a to the negative 1 becomes a in the denominator, and y to the negative 2 becomes y squared. Now the a's cancel. Y cubed over y squared becomes a y, so you have negative 35y. Next, I tend to like to carry the exponents into each part, so I'm going to write the whole line out again as 20 to the negative 1, k to the negative 1, n to the 3rd, 4 to the negative 2, k to the 2nd, n to the negative 4. Then I'm going to create a fraction bar and read left to right, and things that have negative exponents are going to go on the bottom. So 20k, the n cubed goes up top, 4 squared goes on the bottom, k squared on top, and n to the negative 4 goes on the bottomest end of the 4th. Now we're going to group things up. Let's look at our constants. 4 squared is 16, times 20 is 320. Let's see, alphabetical order, k comes first. The k's are going to cancel, giving us a k on top, and the n's are going to cancel, giving us an n on the bottom. Next one, carry across again, so we have 3, negative 1 times negative 1 is 3, m to the negative 2, n to the 3rd, then 6 to the negative 2, m to the negative 4, and then n to the negative 2. New fraction bar, 3 m squared, n cubed on top, 6 squared on bottom, let's see, m to the 4th on the bottom, and n to the 2nd on the bottom. 3 and the 6 are going to cancel, giving us 1 and 2. So we have a 2 in the denominator. Let's see what the m's do. We have m to the 6th in the denominator, and then we have n to the 1st power in the numerator. Next, we have a lot of popcorn going on here, meaning, well, the w, these are going to cancel. And then let's draw a new fraction bar. We have the x to the negative 1 going down, and the y to the 3rd staying on top. And now we read the denominator. That x is going to stay down there, and that y to the negative 2 is going to come up. This gives us y to the 5th over x to the 2nd. Next we have, let's carry the negative 2 across. So we have negative 2 to the negative 2, n to the negative 6th, over 4n to the negative 5th. Now I'm going to flip stuff around. The negative 2 is going to come down as a negative 2 squared, and not a negative 2 to the negative 2. Notice how it stays negative. That negative coefficient has nothing to do with it. N to the 6th, the 4 is down there, and the n to the 5th is up. So now we have negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 on the bottom, with an n on the bottom, and then we leave a 1 on top as a place marker. Okay. Next, let's carry the exponents in. 2 to the negative 3, t to the 9th, over, this would be 2 to the negative 4, and the t to the 0 cancels out. Let's flip stuff around, 2 to the 4th, over 2 to the 3rd, and the t to the 9th on top. The 2 to the 4th and the 2 to the 3rd will cancel as a 2. 2 to the 1 in the numerator, so we have 2t to the 9th over 1, which will just leave us 2t to the 9th. Let's flip down. So they're going to start to try to catch you with these negatives versus negative coefficients. Remember that negative is really a -1. Then I'm going to create the fraction bar. The 3, we have 3 to the 2nd power. And that's an important distinction here, that was really two things. That was a -1 and then a 3 to the -2. Okay, c to the 4th, d to the 0 is out, and we're going to carry the e in. And I'm going to leave that as e to the -4 up top. We can cancel and bring it down later. Then we have 6 to the -2, c to the -2, d to the -2, e to the -4. Well, look what happened with our e's. Those can go. I'm going to rewrite this as -1 and then over. That's 9. C to the 4th. I'm going to move the 6 squared up top, c squared up top, d squared up top. And that gives us -6 squared is 36. Then we have c squared, d squared over 9, c to the 4th. Keep going. The 9 and the 36 are going to cancel, giving us -4, d to the 2nd over c to the 2nd, with the c's canceling. Moving on. In this next one, we're going to start to bring things in. And bring things, I mean bring the exponent in. So we got 2 to the 4th, r to the -4, s to the 2nd over. And then the denominators also have to get the -2. 2 to the -2, r to the -2, and s to the 6th. Now we're going to see what gets to flip around. The 2 to the 4th stays, the r to the 4th goes down, the s squared stays. Now let's start reading the denominator. The 2 squared flips up, the r squared flips up, and the s to the 6th stays down. Group stuff up, we have 2 to the 6th, s squared, r squared, over r to the 4th, s to the 6th. Look at what cancels. The r's and the s's will cancel, and leaving stuff in the denominator. And 2 to the 6th is 64, so that's 64 over would be r squared, s to the 4th. And that's it.